Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to start our first biology video lesson. This is Form 2 class, Chapter 5, the endocrine system. The endocrine system. And today we are going to specifically talk about the endocrine system. The major function of the endocrine system is to just regulate the product activities to maintain the homeostasis. A homeostasis is a process which keeps internal environment more or less constant. By the end of the lesson, we need to understand the sources of hormones, the roles of hormones, and the effects of hormones to the body, active, in the parts. If we just look, the endocrine gland and how it works. The endocrine gland has an abundant blood vessels that go through them, and each endocrine cell has a nucleus, and a small structure is called secretory vesicles. Secretory vesicles, which produce the product. So whatever the product is that the endocrine gland is producing, is accumulated in the vesicles. It's accumulated in the vesicles. And in appropriate time, the cell, the vesicles will just come at the surface of the cell and produce the product. Okay. From that, the molecules circulate in a systematic way through the blood or throughout the body. That means the products like small, as you can see the diagram, like this, the products like this. So as you can see the diagram, this is a particular hormone, which has a round shape. Okay, in the body, as you know, here we have the body cells. For example, this cell has an active site, which is like rectangular. We may have another cell which have a rectangular active site. We also may have another cell which have a circular active site. So if you look at the shape of the product, the product of the endocrine glands is called hormone. If you look at the shape of the product, you can see this shape fits to this active site. It is to that active site. So here this hormone fits to this shape, makes this active site, makes this cell the target cell. The target cell, which causes a physiological change within the cell. The whole point is the endocrine gland can communicate with the body tissues. So it's all about communication. It's all about what? Communication. So in the body, as you know, coordination can be facilitated by your own nerve impulse transmission in the nervous system. This is the endocrine glands, or the endocrine system, is an alternative or additional way that uses that impulses or that messages are transmitted along the body, but via hormones. Via what, please? Hormones. So if you just go through it again, we said the endocrine glands has an abundant blood vessels, and the endocrine glands have a small structure which is called vesicle. So the products accumulated in the vesicle, and in the appropriate time, the vesicle is produce or release the product into the bloodstream, directly into the bloodstream. So from here, the products, which is the hormone, is systematically, systematically go through the blood. So our different cells have different active sites. So the shape of the hormone here, you can see it is a circular shape. So from here we can get that different endocrine glands produce different hormones with different shapes. Please keep that in mind. Different endocrine glands in your body produce different hormones with different shapes, please. So what makes the hormones different is the shape. So the hormone directly goes to the cell that has the appropriate active site, for that particular enzyme, a hormone, sorry. Okay, the endocrine system produces hormones that function to control and regulate many different body processes. For example, osmoregulation. Osmoregulation takes place in the kidneys. And it's controlled by a hormone called ADH. A hormone which is called ADH, antidiuretic hormone. Also, there is a hormone which is called adrenaline, which is also called fight and flight hormone, which causes your body to react in emergency cases. So the endocrine system coordinates, as we mentioned it earlier. We said it's just like a communication way whereby the body organs react in a certain stimuli. So it's all about, it coordinates with the nervous system too. It works with the nervous system to control the functions of the other organ systems. For example, the excretory system. The kidneys can just how much urine the kidney produces depends on the ADH. If the brain wants more water be released from the body, it just produces more ADH. Again, the cells of the endocrine system produce more signals, which is called hormones. So let's just look at the term hormone. So hormones are just more like the Wi-Fi of the human body. It is a wireless. We mean wireless. They are produced some parts of your body, and use it other parts of the body. So that means hormones are produced by the endocrine glands. And their effect is on the target cells. On the other hand, the hormone helps us just how your body reacts with stress. It also helps us how your body reacts emergencies or emergency cases. On top of all, the hormones influence whether you are hungry or not. So anyway, although there, the responses that produced by the hormones is very low, but they are part of the body coordination of your body. Hormones maintain homeostasis. Homeostasis means a process which keeps the internal environment more or less constant. Within the body requires the coordination of many different systems and organs, which means maintaining homeostasis requires the togetherness of the different systems and organs of the body. So if your body systems and organs work together properly, that means any reaction or any activity or process which is being taking place in your body is taking place with a normal condition, producing the normal products required. One mechanism of communication between neighboring cells and between cells and tissues in distant parts of the body occurs between the release of chemicals called hormones. Chemicals called what? Hormones. Okay. The cells that secrete are often located in specific organs called endocrine glands. Endocrine glands. So inshallah later we will explain the different types of glands in your body. So the way endocrine glands part of or type of glands that are found in your body. They are found either in cells or tissues or organs that secrete hormones make up the systems. So the organs that secrete hormones include the pancreas. Include what? The pancreas. Pancreas is an organ. It contains some parts or some cells which produce certain hormones like insulin and glucagon. Examples of endocrine glands include the pancreas, as you can see here, which produces hormones like insulin and glucagon to regulate blood glucose level. The adrenal glands. Adrenal glands are glands which are found at the top of the glands, as you see from here. Ad means above, adrenal means the kidney, which produces hormones such as epinephrine and norepinephrine that regulates responses to stress conditions. And the thyroid gland, which is found in the neck, which produces the thyroid hormones that regulate the metabolic rates. This is the thyroxine. The hormone called what? Thyroxine. Finally, let's just look the difference between the endocrine glands and exocrine glands. So endo means inside. Endo means what? Inside. Endo means inside, and exo means outside. But let's just clearly explain what we mean by inside. Inside here, the crine means to secrete. That means endocrine glands secrete their products just directly into the bloodstream. They don't have ducts. They don't have what? Ducts. They are also called ductless glands. But the exocrine glands, like the sweat glands, have a long tube which is called the sweat duct. So the sweat duct carries sweat from the gland at the surface of the skin. At the surface of what? The skin. So this is the different. What makes them different? Ductless. They don't have ducts. Instead, they release their products into the blood. They have ducts. That means they release their products through their ducts. So the name of the duct depends on the gland or the substance it carries. For example, a bile duct, it carries the bile from the liver to the small intestine. A sperm duct, it carries the sperm from the testes to the outside to the urethra. sweat duct carries the sweat from the glands onto the surface of the skin and so on. They secrete their products directly into the bloodstream. You also explained it. They secrete their products via ducts. Examples include the pituitary gland, or the master gland is the master gland. The reason why we call it master is that it produces many different hormones that their effect causes some other glands to react, please. The thyroid gland and adrenal glands. Inshallah, we will just focus on this topic on the endocrine glands and their products and the effects of the hormones. Examples of exocrine glands include sweat glands, salivary glands, sometimes testes, and so on. So that's all about our lesson today. Inshallah, we will continue from here, but I would recommend you to read your textbooks as well to get more information about the topic. Any question you need from this topic, you can just ask me through the website. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. See you again, inshallah.